Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Weird World Adventures, the podcast. I'm your host, Mallory.
And I'm your host, Michael.
And we're here to show you just how weird this world of ours really is. And today we are in the car, so if we sound a little bit funny, if there's a little hum in the background, that's why. But we are driving back from Buffalo, New York. We have a few here in a series we're doing. I just did a podcast on SciCon, which we told you guys all about. And then after SciCon ended, I spent the day in Toronto because apparently Toronto's less than a 2-hour drive from Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say, I don't know, a lot of people were giving me info about getting to Toronto and how painful it was. And if you research it, there's a lot of stuff on the border and, like getting through and how painful it is. But I'm going to be honest, I had a very nice, smooth, easy experience.
Yes.
It was pretty nice. I got through within like 5 minutes going in. Toronto was weirdly like this it's an easy city, I'll say. Like it was a big city.
Mm-hmm.
There was definitely places you go through where there's just giant buildings everywhere. There's a lot of like the suburban metro, like kind of exterior surrounding it. A lot of what I did, they said was kind of like downtown, but I think it's more like the old downtown. So it was further out. It wasn't in like the heart of all the crazy buildings.
Mm-hmm.
And it was surprisingly very stress-free. I got in very easily. The driving was fine. And then parking, everyone warned me about parking in Toronto. It's a very green city. There's not that much parking. You should be worried about it. But to be honest, there's an app, like a community app,
Mm-hmm.
that you just download, and then you put in like the zone that you're parking in, which is clearly displayed on the sign that gives you the whatever parking limitations. And you just put it in and that's it.
Okay. It's easy.
Yeah, it's very easy. So it was very easy parking, and it has so much weird stuff. I was disappointed that like when I went to put in weird stuff in Buffalo, there wasn't that much weird stuff. I feel like in my mind, Buffalo's a big city, at least. It didn't actually seem that big. It looked kind of Richmond sized, but in my mind, it's a big city, and I was surprised it didn't have a lot of stuff. And then, we get to Toronto, and it's like everything is weird, and I love it.
Lots of weird stuff.
And you doing okay over there?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm sleepy.
Yeah. I went to this bookstore called The Monkey's Paw, which, yes, it was named after the monkey's paw, the famous tale.
The famous tale.
And the guy even said he kind of like wanted to do it for a play of like be careful what you wish for.
Mm-hmm.
So like it was intentionally named The Monkey's Paw,
Mm-hmm.
which I appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all old, weird books that are no longer in print, or at least from the last century, he said, but many are much, much older than that. And they're either macabre or obscure. He had a list of things. They're funny. A lot of them are like a cultural handprint, right, or a cultural fingerprint that show how things used to be. He likes that, and we kind of talked about that. My thing that I always say that people get offended in Dracula because Van Helsing says Mina has a man's brain and a woman's heart to say she's intelligent and compassionate. It's like a lot of slices of that, like things that are a little bit like, obscene. Like I can't believe someone would say that, but it's like a photo paused in time. He has a lot of that stuff. I bought a cultural etiquette book from like the early 1900s that I can't wait to read, to be honest.
We're going to live like that.
Oh, are we?
We're going to follow it to the T.
I really enjoy those old like housewife guidebooks that are aggressively offensive now because they're just so audacious. I can't believe that this was how things were. But I also think that they're a very healthy reminder of how far we've come, as a society.
Days,
Wow. Wow. We're going to be canceled.
Yeah, I know.
So that was interesting, and that was very cool, and that was a cute little, like, again, like, kind of metro area. It wasn't anything crazy as far as, like, there was parking. I found street parking, like residential street parking. It was great. And then I went to Casa Loma, and Casa Loma, it was a beautiful castle. out that way. It was weird because I guess I didn't know what I was getting into. I knew it was a castle. I knew it was pretty. I knew it had some weird history, but we had such a spectacular interview from there because it was, I mean, it's what you would expect out of a European castle in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
They said it was Canada's only castle, so anything filming in Canada that needs a castle pretty much always fills there. So it's been in so many movies, so many TV shows. They talked about their restaurant that's there now, which was really pretty. It's like part weird smoking lounge, but like in a castle. Like it's beautiful. That was Professor X's office.
Oh, my guy.
Yeah, and all the X-Men movies.
That was the Xavier School.
Yeah.
For the Gifted?
Yeah. His office was like the restaurant they showed me.
They didn't accept me. I don't know why.
That's lame.
Yeah.
And then we from there they had secret passages underneath. Like the guy built tunnels under his castle to get across the street. It was a guy that really wanted to be an aristocrat, and he had money, and there was no aristocracy in Canada, so he was like, I'm gonna make myself
I'm gonna be that guy.
He's gonna be that guy. So he was very eccentric and made like tunnels under the ground that like went through the area to get him over to his carriage house, so he didn't have to like cross the street.
See the plebes.
And the tunnels were actually used, she said, during World War I, like as part of like a military thing. Like the castle was taken over by, the government at some point, and they owned it. And like he lost his money near the end of his life, and they the state took his stuff, right? It sounds like he was working in, I want to say, hydroelectrics.
Okay.
That's how he made his money. And it basically became a public utility. And when it became a public utility, he stopped making money on it.
Sure.
And lost all his money. Like he couldn't make enough money to keep up like his expenses.
Keep his castle.
Yeah. So he lost everything, and the state took it. And they during World War I used the underground tunnels. They put up signs that said like under construction, and used it as like a secret covert operation, which was really cool. And there's hidden rooms down there, like in the wall, that open up when you put in a code. And that's where they made like the uniforms of the opposing forces to have spies.
Okay.
Like, so it was this whole spy operation. They said that one of the guys that inspired it, that worked on it, actually inspired James Bond.
Oh, interesting.
And the end of his code name was 007. So he was like the James Bond inspiration. He was the guy. Okay. So he worked out of there. So it had a really interesting history I did not expect, which I was very pleasantly surprised about. It was pretty great. And I enjoyed that. And then we went over to Curiosa. And what I liked about Curiosa is it's a magic store in like a gimmicky, fun play magic store that you would think of, where not like a hardcore like dark arts, like it has taxidermied animals, and it's very much instead just almost like Harry Potter.
Did you get a wand?
They had the wands there.
Did they really?
I didn't get a wand, but they did have wands. It's set up to be very playful in a way that's like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, and they said they wanted it to be accessible to children. They said they wanted it to be like that Harry Potter store you wished you could walk into when you were a kid and like feel the magic. So they have like brooms that move by themselves at the top, and like little fairy crates that are like like moving back and forth, and it reminds me of something you would see like at the Wizarding World.
Okay.
And
which I still haven't seen.
Oh, we have to go.
I know. It's
amazing. I really love the Wizarding World.
I heard it's great.
The Hogwarts ride, the castle ride, is the best. I mean, waiting in line is just as entertaining as the ride.
Yeah.
Because you're going through the castle.
Right.
And getting to experience the different rooms. That part to me was just as enjoyable as the ride itself, which is also great. Highly recommend it. But yeah, it was very cool. They were very into the fun, fantasy side of like the magic stuff. And the woman that I met that worked there, Bronte, was wonderful. And she kind of said, like, she talks to kids like it's real, and like, oh, we were talking a little bit about the science stuff, and she's like, I call science muggle magic, like, to kids, and just full immersion into like, I wish we had this when we were kids. It's magical.
Yeah.
Like they want like families to come in and have a good time, and it was very cool. It was very cool. And then after that, I was starving because at this point I think it was close to 4:00 and I hadn't eaten anything at all. And Tristan was not happy about that. Got lots of angry baby kicks going on down there. And so I went to the Poop Cafe.
Oh, good.
Yeah, the Poop Cafe. It was really weird. I was surprised, to be honest, how empty it is. Like, for how gimmicky it is, I was surprised it was pretty dead inside. I'm like, how come more people don't be like, Poop Cafe?
I would eat there every day.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's funny because it's very like Japanese, right? It has like the chibi characters, and it has like these colorful like cherry blossomy trees kind of throughout it, and the tables like down the alley in the middle, all of the chairs there are toilets.
Oh, nice.
So you get to sit on a toilet.
Are they usable?
Unfortunately not.
Oh, okay.
I will say it was a great experience, but their actual toilet wasn't that great. All things considered, I'm like, I would love a really cool I expect a cool bathroom in this situation, but no, it was really pretty lame bathroom in a cool space. But yes, there was all the seats were toilets, and then they also had like booths in the wall that were kind of like cubbies, and those had like painted toilets behind you, and then like a bathroom mural, against the wall. Everything was bathroom related, and then I just loved that if you ordered a hot like coffee drink, they served it to you in a little mini toilet.
Nice. So
you could drink out of your little toilet, and I think it's like intentionally made to be like comically gross, but they put beautiful art. Like they had a tree. Like I got a matcha latte, which is like very green, and then they put like a tree in there, so it's like really pretty, and then it turns like a brown green after a while, and you're like, this is meant to be gross, right? I'm drinking my brown green latte out of this toilet. And it was very fun and awesome. And then they served these like ice cream sushi rolls in a giant like toilet plate.
In a pooper.
And that was also the ice cream sushi rolls were just a great choice. It was delicious. I had some Oreo ice cream like flattened and rolled in these sushi rolls. It was pretty good.
So
but
you're
served
into
in.
some weird shit, Malorie.
I am. And then the salad was normal. They do actually just have regular food there too. I was so hungry. I got this shrimp salad, and it had like that sesame dressing that only like, I don't know, only Japanese places do like exceptionally well. Where I was like, and the crunch on top, like the crunch you get on a crunch roll. It was like the crunch on my salad with some sesame, and it was delicious. I'm like, this is great. So that was also very exciting.
Very exciting.
But yes, the Poop Cafe. If you're ever in Toronto, Poop Cafe.
Poop Cafe.
That was lovely. And then we continued on, and I had this crazy awesome interview at the Cineforum with this old man who is really heavily influenced by film, and then kind of used to do some screenings of films in his house. Like he turned his house into a theater screening situation downstairs, and has all this weird like monster masks and horror memorabilia,
Mhm.
Really kind of talked about how like he seems very motivational speakery. Like he wound up working with like wayward kids a lot
Mhm.
and like kind of inspired people to get out and live their own lives.
Uh-huh.
Has just some really interesting stories. It was a
Yeah.
very strange space. It was very casual. He said he hasn't been doing a lot of talks recently because he's recovering for his health, but it was an interesting guy.
Yeah. So it was all in his house?
It was in his house. Like
Okay.
it's in the city. It's like one of those like Brooklyn-y style, like you can walk up into the old like
Got
house
it.
kind of situations in just like the heart of the city. And when
Mhm.
you walk in, the first two rooms he kind of has over to the right are, I mean, it looks, it's like very well set up, or it had just been turned into like a movie theater.
Mhm.
So it's right there when you come in. And it was really interesting. It was very bizarre. Perfect for Weird World. And from there, I saw the graffiti alley,
Mhm.
which was very fun. Oh, they're painting that line right there. The graffiti alley was a lot of fun and just, I mean, colorful and bizarre. And then there was the half house. There's like a house. It's just cut in half
Okay.
in the middle of the city. It's like half of a house.
Okay.
It's like a skinny house,
Yeah.
but it just goes up. Like, you know how a stereotypical house, like if you're thinking of a like traditional German house, how it has those like steep roofs,
Mhm.
and it just goes up but doesn't come back down on the other side, just sliced in half,
Okay.
right where it would come
Yeah.
down. And you're like, well, that's just half a house.
What's on the other half?
Nothing.
Nothing.
There's an alleyway.
Okay.
It's been cleared out.
Okay.
So there's just nothing there. It's an awkward half of a house. Yeah, it's pretty weird.
Yeah.
And then I ended at Stormcrow Manor, which I was really excited about. I didn't fully know what to expect. They don't. I feel like when I looked it up, it like didn't do a service on how nerdy and great it was. It just kind of comes off like, oh, a dark cafe, or you know, a like nerdy cafe with like, you know, interactive rooms. It doesn't explain that, like, you know, they go into every nerddom, but they really lean into D&D,
Okay.
which I love. I wish
Well,
I would
I
have
know
known
you
that.
did,
Yeah. Would have been great to, but I'm glad I went because the main overall thing is like, you know, just nerddom and D&D.
Uh-huh.
But then they have a room. So downstairs there was like a beholder, like just like a statue, like coming in on like the right hand side when you're looking in, and all this weird like D&D stuff. And then upstairs there was like a Fallout area. That was very like Fallout-y. That's where I stayed. It was all just kind of like cyber steampunky.
Okay.
But my table was Fallout because I had the Nuka-Cola poster.
Nice.
Had the Nuka-Cola poster.
Did you have a Nuka-Cola?
I didn't. You know, they had alcohol in it. I couldn't have it.
God.
But they did have Nuka-Colas. And next time, Toronto. And they had my girl Buffy. A picture of Buffy going up the stairs. They had like a Slayer sandwich. Like they leaned into everything. Their Han Solo is there, like stuck in the thing.
Mm-hmm.
With like little Ewok. Like the whole they had Star Wars stuff. They had Buffy nods. They had the whole Fallout-y cyberpunk area. And then the cool thing is, this is where I'm like, man, you guys need to put this everywhere. This is awesome. They have like, if you're feeling lucky situations where you can order a piece of pizza or a burger and then roll your toppings.
Oh, like
a D20.
Okay,
and they have a D20 and they give it to you, and like, and then it says like, if the odds are not in your favor, you can change it. Like, but like you can roll your toppings for your burger.
Did you roll?
I didn't. That would have been really cool though. I wanted to.
Uh-huh. You check it out.
There's also I know I'm not like adventurous with toppings. Like I'll do it for like, you know, like the gimmick next time, but it was cool. And then they have like, apparently they have like roll your fate shots where you can order shots and you don't know, like you roll to see what you're going to get a shot of.
Interesting.
So they have like several things on the menu that are like D20, roll your fate, which I think is really cool.
Good. Yeah, I like that.
and like a whole experience. Like they give you, I guess, like a burger character sheet, and then you can roll and get your toppings. I mean, very cool. Like whoever thought of that is a genius.
Yeah, that's good.
I thought that was great. And then and then they had like a huge non-alcoholic menu, which I really appreciated.
Yeah.
So for like the non-alcoholic menu, I was able to I got this like blood orange kind of like, it was like a really sweet, good, like fruity mango blood orangey kind of like concoction. They served it in a glass that looked potiony, and it was bubbling. Whatever they did, like it was bubbling when they served it. So I got like a potion and it was bubbling.
Yeah.
And they also had like the light up ice in there because it was lit up.
Yeah.
So it was glowing and bubbling. It was very neat. I'm like, this is
Is it a
cool.
love potion?
No.
Oh.
No, it was not. And then the other one I got it was like an elven non-alcoholic beer.
Elven non-alcoholic beer. Okay.
And it had like elves on it and like 3 sisters and like an elf incantation.
Uh-huh.
It was very cool. I'm like, this is
Yeah.
really awesome.
Yeah.
So highly recommend Stormcrow Manor. It really, like, you move through different chaotic rooms of
Yeah.
like total nerddom of all different kinds. And then just the being able to like roll for surprise burger toppings, to be able to roll for the surprise pizza toppings, to roll for surprise shots. I mean,
Yeah.
that stuff is just really cool. Like,
That's good.
you know, and then at the very end when I got the check, they give you the check in a mimic.
That's fun.
It was a mimic with a little magic card in there.
Oh yeah, you do get a magic
I
card.
got a magic card and a mimic. Very cool. The whole thing was, well, maybe not cool, but nerd cool. Nerd cool. Very different and unlike anything I've seen before. So Toronto is like really leaning into the weird stuff, right? Like we got to have the nerd celebration, the poop celebration, the magic celebration, it was, no one shied away from like wonderfully weird.
Yeah.
Everyone leaned into it. So I really loved Toronto for that.
Yeah.
It felt
good.
like a great nerdy place.
Uh-huh.
And I was able to do it on a day.
Yeah, that's great.
So that was really exciting. And then, we found a couple really cool, weird places in Buffalo, but it just didn't have that same, it was very like, well, this is just an old city. There wasn't like the weird, like we're embracing bizarre awesomeness in Buffalo. So we still did some stuff in Buffalo. We'll talk about that next time. But it wasn't quite as magical as Toronto. I give Toronto lots of props. And you kind of just sat here and listened to me talk the whole time. I'm very sorry. Yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
Have anything to contribute today, Michael?
No, I'm just tired.
Yeah, I can tell.
It's been a long week.
I know. I get to drive. He gets to sleep. So just wake him up to do some podcasts. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. The Weird Toronto stuff will eventually be on an episode of season 3 of Weird World Adventures, which we're hoping to have out next year, which is surprising and setting, awesome, and might happen. So that'll be great. And before
it's a race before the baby.
Yeah, we're thinking we can actually film it all before the baby, which would be just magical. And then we can edit and get it all out there once we have the baby. So I think we have a good plan in place. So you guys might actually get some more Weird World at a nice, convenient time. So like not having to wait years and years. You might just wait a year between all the seasons somehow. It's been working out. So we're hopeful and happy to bring that to you. And before then, we'll have write-ups with like little sneak peeks on maloriesadventures.com. So make sure you check out maloriesadventures.com. Thank you guys for tuning in today. I'm your host, Malorie.
And I'm your host, Michael.
He's laughing
who had little
at me.
to contribute to this one, but it sounds fun.
And until next time, everybody,
Stay weird.